Right. And then we'll see if we did a good job or not. You know, if it's like 6 or 7%, not a real good job. If it's still in the double digits, 10 or more, even 9 is acceptable. Then we can say, even if it comes out at being 75,000 or whatever, then we can still say we did a good job. You know, we passed. But if it's, you know, getting down in the single, you know, 5, 6, anything less than 8, then it's no not good. So we either need to reevaluate, we need to get another contractor in there and say, you know, get a lower bid, or we need to just reanalyze the whole thing. Because if he comes back at a $40,000 bid, and we, you know, taking into consideration what we already have in it, and it comes out to be $75,000
plus the siding.
Plus the siding, if we do that, and you know, because that's going to be, I mean, if maybe we just paint it like he said. You know, the siding.
Well, and that's a good evaluation we'll be able to do. But I will tell you, unless he plans on doing something else, painting the entrance there at that's not getting us. It still looks like it'll look like hammered shit there at the side entrance, for example, and around the doors. I mean,
there has to be something that can do with that.
Well, paint's not going to do it. That's my point is. Yeah, it'll be the same color.
Well, it's lipstick on a pig.
We'll get our money back.
It really is.
It really is. If you'll get your money back with siding.
If we need to trim a corner, we should trim it somewhere else. Maybe, I don't know.
I can say the house next door has siding. You cannot tell me that it did not originally have the same type of
asbestos. It was the same house.
It had the same thing, and the house next door looks awesome. That white siding, it looks great.
Yeah.
We should go ask the neighbor who did theirs.
That's what we should do.
You know, that's awesome.
Well, and there are a lot of gutters and siding and windows people are, and you know, and roofers. They are specialized contractors that will go in, and I really don't think we'll have a problem. I could be wrong. I really don't think we have a problem getting quotes on how to do getting that.
But I would like to ask the neighbor if you don't mind, because that might be.
I mean, absolutely.
That might give us a good lead.
It might be somebody we don't know about. I mean, I think that's a good idea. I'm just saying, if we can't get that person, it will not be difficult. Now, I'm not saying it won't be costly, but it will not be difficult. If we're willing to pay, it will not be difficult to get that done and get it done quickly. It's not something that will be drawn out or long or complicated.
And I will ask our real estate, I'll ask the real estate agent what they think. Will this, do we just paint it? Will we get, do our money back? Will we put siding on it? Is it, money's down the drain? Because there's so many things that you do to a house that the money's just down the drain. You don't get your money, you don't get a return on it.
I want to know what the cost
ask 2 or 3 different people, not just one person, but 2 or 3 different people. Hey, we put siding on this place. We have a couple estimates. $13,000. You have the asbestos problem. Blah 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 blah.
You have a repaint issue.
We have. What's our best avenue to attack it? Do we just leave it alone? Paint it? What do we do? What's your professional opinion if you were going to put this place up on the market?
Yeah.
I think that's what we should do before we even consider doing that. Because we took his advice, the contractor's advice, or not took it, but we took it. We're thinking about it, and he says no. It's just paint it. Blah 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 blah. I'd like to get someone else's perspective and see what they say. But more importantly, I'd like to take all those numbers, what the contractor gives us, what we estimate for the siding to be, what we already have in it, and our rents that we can get. I think we could get $650, $700's pushing it. I don't think we get any more than $700 for that. $650, $700 is going to be probably max. We might. I don't know. For a brand new place.
One thing too that I think I try to put myself in the position of this contractor too, thinking that of all the items that we have to work on, the siding may be the least profitable for him to do. That may be why he's discouraging us from doing that, because it would maybe labor intensive, and that
his laborers may be more expensive than getting, because just like a roofing company, they go get people like Nick. They get people like.
If he has to spend an extra 5 days,
whereas they probably don't. They probably have. They've got craftsmen that they use repeatedly, and not people that are just labor ready.
We have to conserve the source.
And so that makes sense.
No, we have to conserve the source of anything.
His resources maybe making him discourage us.
So we want to know what and then he probably
would
will
much
have
rather pay somebody
But I know that asbestos
asbestos
can be a big deal. But I also wanted to discuss with him after we clear all that out of the way, because the Guyan Avenue is the primary topic here, and I want to get down to the nitty-gritty on that. But if he has the time, I'd like to just casually mention, like we did before with him, I'd like to see what happened if we looked for some empty lots and built like a new construction type. Just start small, because he talked about apartment buildings and the like, and just start small, new construction if that's something he could do for us, and it'd be profitable to us. Because I know that people flip those. There is a market for that. Flipping commercial property. There's a market for new buildings. I mean, some of the places have been sold several times. Over
for like a new 10-unit.
5 unit, 10 unit, 2 5 units, a 3 quad.
What about little houses?
Or little houses.
What's the least amount of money they can build a house that's got 3 bedrooms?
Exactly.
Or okay, interesting. You may not agree with this, but what's the least amount that you can do? Like if you're going to try and resell this to somebody that wants to rehab it, or do you want a turnkey thing, or do you want to just do 80% of the job and try to sell it as is? And say this person might buy it cheaper, and they are going to paint the walls, and they're going to buy their own fixtures. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
There may be some people that want to do that.
But there's a lot of.
And you don't do it 100%. You do it 80%.
That's true. But then we go back to that thing where we're trying, like he was talking about on Career Online. We go back to the are we confident that there's an investor type environment here that would we have enough market to do that.
That would finish it.
That would finish that.
I'm not talking about doing electric or plumbing. I'm talking about finishing. If somebody can finish
or
their
even
house.
like we could do like the land contracted out even to finish that. Someone go in there and kind of customize.
Are you familiar with Jim Walters Homes?
I don't know who that is.
That's a company that basically would do that. They would come in and they do the shell, and they do it based on what you want, up to 100%. But typically, what happens is the people